Good is get you. It's your boy Sam back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going through and ranking our top 100 cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Now, I gotta preface this video by saying, number one, we're not including any of the gambling cards. So any Galaxy Opals are not gonna be included. And that even includes like Jokic. I know if you got lucky from the Ascension, you got Jokic. That's how I got him. And there's some other ways, like if you get lucky from, let's say, a pack via challenges, you're gonna have some of the Galaxy Opals. But overall, most of them are hidden behind gambling. And I just don't think it's appropriate or right for me to be adding them to the tier list. So not gonna be doing that. And I want you guys to know kind of why that is what it is. Now, for me, it makes doing this video a lot harder, because if I were to include all these Galaxy Opals, I mean, it'd be basically a mostly Galaxy Opal tier list, which is just another reason I just do not feel it's right for me to just go through and do that. But we're going to rank our top 100 non-gambling cards, starting it off at number 100 with Mr. Anthony Black here. Season 4 point guard, 6'7", 6'7" wingspan. Now, Anthony Black isn't a guy that offensively is going to be the best card in the game, and same thing on the defensive end of the court. There's nothing that really stands out about him. He is 6'7", though, with a pretty decent frame, pretty decent player model, and he's going to knock down enough shots for you with a pretty smooth release. Does come with the D-book dribble style, which obviously helps him, but again, he's not going to be a primary ball handler, so as long as he can knock down the occasional shot, get you the occasional bucket, it's all you really need out of the card. 6'7", going to play great defense, coming in there at number 100. At my number 99, Ausar Thompson. I mean, it's just hard to talk about Ausar Thompson if you're not talking about the card with the and Thompson duo. Obviously, with the duo, he becomes a lot better. I think anybody is going to know that, going to understand that, but I can't just assume everybody has the duo. So without the duo, I still do like the card. He's still going to play fantastic defense. It just comes down to I don't really love the release. The leaner's kind of weird. Bron dribble style is fine. This card's fine. You can play him, but again, if you play him, I would try running him with the and Thompson duo, just because it's going to make it a lot easier for you guys. Next up at my number 98, Chandler Parsons. Now, I don't love this card. I'm on record for saying this card is not great, but I respect him enough to put him on this tier list. Look, he's 6'9" at the 3. I don't necessarily love his release, but he's going to play solid enough defense, knock down shots. Again, I don't love Chandler Parsons. I'm on record of saying that. You guys should know at this stage, Ty, you know what, he's not great, but he's still a pink diamond that you can get for free that can go out there and compete at a decent enough level for you guys. At my number 97, we're plugging in the Diamond Marcus Smart, 86 3-ball, 94 speed, 97 lateral quickness. Now, I don't remember what week it was, but one of the weeks, if you logged on every single day, you got Marcus Smart, and you got a decent point guard. Offensively, still don't think he's great. But on the defensive end of the court, he's fantastic. Yes, I wish he was a little bit taller, but that's really my only complaint about Marcus Smart. Can play point guard, has a decent, serviceable release, and just overall is a solid enough, cheap point guard that you can pick up for your squad. At my number 96, Taylor Hendricks. Deal of the day today. Kind of came as a surprise that he is so good, but I like this card. His release is smooth. Defensively, he's fine. His player build field's pretty good for the fact that he's only 6'9". I feel like this card's underrated. Not that many people are talking about Taylor Hendricks, but when it came down to knocking down threes with Jazz players, Taylor Hendricks was probably my favorite guy to try to do it with. I mean, I really do like this card. Badge-wise good, stat-wise good, even has some decent hot spots. Taylor Hendricks, I think, is underrated in my team. At my number 95 here, we're plugging in Amethyst Michael Carter Williams, 85 3-ball, 92 speed, and solid defense. But he's another one of these point guards that you can just roll out there and try to run with. I don't think defensively he's going to be quite as good as Marcus Smart, but I do think on the offensive end of the court, he is a little bit better. Now, gotta say this, I don't know what this release looks like. So if this release ends up being broken, I'm sorry. If this release ends up being good, I'm sorry. Either way, I'm either not going to be high enough on the card or way too high on him. Because I, again, do not know what that release is like. At the time I am recording this, I still do not have Michael Carter Williams. So that just something to think about as I continue on with this list. Coming in at my number 94, Diamond Kawhi Leonard. I mean, for 36,000 MT at this stage, you can do a lot worse than Kawhi Leonard. I know I'm on record for saying, like, we don't have a lot of great budget options, but Kawhi is really solid. And I mean, the difference between this Kawhi and the Pink Diamond Kawhi really is not much. Everybody wants to gas the Pink Diamond Kawhi, but not really talk about the Diamond Kawhi. The difference really isn't that much still. Offensively, can have that same release. Defensively, still going to beat people up. For 36,000 MT, he's honestly decent value as Kawhi Leonard. Now, am I saying that I recommend you spending your MT on him? I don't know about that, but he is decent for that specific value. Coming in at my number 93, Pink Diamond Jerry Stackhouse. Another card that isn't going to necessarily blow you away, but if you get this card, he can play. I don't necessarily love his release, don't necessarily love his dribble style, but stat-wise, the card is really impressive. 6'6", gonna move decently as well. Again, I don't love Jerry Stackhouse, but if you get the card and have him for free, this card can actually absolutely play at a pretty decent level in my team. At my number 92, Amethyst Mo Bamba. You guys might be like, really, Mo Bamba? Yes, Mo Bamba. When this card first was released, I didn't really hype him up as much as I should have. But as I've kind of played against Mo, used Mo a little bit, his release this year is really solid. Good 3-ball. Defensively, obviously, this card does enough with Anchor and Chase the Artist. Do wish Mo Bamba had a few more total badges. That's really my only complaint on the card. But I don't think it's a big enough complaint to leave him off this top 100 list. Coming in at my number 91, Pink Diamond, Kevin Garnett. You guys might be like, really? Season 3 KG? Yes, this card can still play at a pretty decent level. Why? Because defensively, he can absolutely still compete. Yes, offensively, the release might be a little bit too slow. For a lot of people, including myself, I do wish it was a little bit quicker. But he's a guy you can trust on the defensive end of the court to get you stats to play at a defense at just a really high level. Again, wish his release was a little bit better, but it is what it is. At my number 90, Pink Diamond, Zach LaVine. I'm on record for saying I don't like this card, and that's still holds true. I do not love Zach LaVine in my team, but I'm just a Zach LaVine hater. If you look at my Zach LaVine videos throughout the history of my 2K career, I'm a Zach LaVine hater. I just am. I never liked this card in 2K in my team, and I don't know why. This year, I feel like it has some merit to it, though. Like, I feel like this year, he definitely is not great. When I tried using Zach LaVine, definitely struggled with him, but still respect him offensively enough to put him at number 90. At my number 89, we're going to plug in locker code Donovan Mitchell. 96 3-ball, 97 speed, 96 lateral quickness. The card is so great. So why is he only in here at number 89? Well, I think, and this is just me, when I've used Donovan Mitchell, his release isn't super easy to get off. I like his release. It's just not the easiest thing to get off in the world. And with that being said, I mean, defensively, he has actually a wide player build, but he's still only 6'3". I don't mind Donovan Mitchell. I actually got him on my No Money Spent and tried using him for a while, but I just kind of struggle with the card, to be honest with you. At my number 88, I got to include him here, Pink Diamond Larry Bird. I know I didn't include him, I don't think, in my last top 100, and I kind of feel bad. Like, I don't like Larry Bird. And honestly, I'm not going to sit here and gas the card, but when it comes down to it, is he a top 100 player? I think so. And if nothing more, just because of his defense. And on the court, he is still going to be a catch and shoot option. I don't love Larry. Don't recommend using him. But if you got him, he is definitely playable. At my number 87, Pink Diamond Hassan Whiteside. 75 3-ball, 85 speed, solid enough defensively. And even compare him to like Mo Bamba. If you compare the two defensively, Hassan Whiteside definitely is better. Now, obviously release-wise, I don't think it's nearly as good as Mo Bamba's, and so that obviously plays a factor as well. But for a Pink Diamond, especially defensively, Whiteside can definitely play and compete at a pretty decent level. At my number 86, we're plugging in Pink Diamond Vince Carter. Carter, when it came out, I never really hyped up, but I don't hate this card. 96 3-ball, 97 speed, really solid lateral quickness. Again, I didn't hype up Vince when he came out, so I'm not just going to try to hype him up now, way overpriced. But if you got Vince Carter, let's say you got him at like a wheel spin or something, this card can definitely play for you. At my number 85, Pink Diamond Jeff Green. Look, I don't necessarily love Jeff Green's movement. His dribbling is not good. His player build's just decent. But Jeff Green is a guy throughout the history of 2K that you've been able to throw out on the court and you trust. And I feel like this year it's the same thing. Now again, I'm on record for saying I have not used Jeff Green. And so if his release actually is broken, then that's on me. But I don't think his release is broken. Do think it's going to be a guy that you can trust out there on the court. At my number 84, we're plugging in Pink Diamond Mobile Reward Tyrese Halliburton. Now, how did you get him? I think you just had to basically log on to the mobile app, get Tyrese Halliburton for free. Haven't heard of 2K like deleting anybody's account since like the first recent time they did it, but Hallie can play, man. Offensively, obviously way better than he is defensively. He still does have that beta release though, and so that's the one thing about Hallie that you got to be aware of, is that release is very tough to get up. At my number 83, Carmelo Anthony. I've seen a lot of people talking about how Melo is so bad in 2K and all this and all that. Melo is not that bad in my opinion. I think people over-exaggerate it. Yes, defensively, the card's not great. I don't love the card defensively. But offensively, his release is fine. He's got debug dribble style. He can move and groove a little bit. So I don't want you guys to sit there and hate on Melo when he can move and groove in my team. At my number 82, Grady D, man. 89 3-ball, 89 speed, 90 lateral quickness. Just an all-around decent card in my team. Again, budget-wise, card you can get, use, and him not be an absolute liability. Pro 2 leaner is nice. Brown dribble style is nice. I mean, again, I don't necessarily love him, but if you get him, obviously he can play, and I think that's basically all I'm trying to say for you guys. For an Amethyst, a really easy card to get and use. At my number 81, Pink Diamond Hakeem Olajuwon. We're due for a new Hakeem sooner rather than later. The problem is he's probably going to be 100 overall, but this card can play, and I feel like his release is way better than people give it credit for. Like, whenever I played against Hakeem, I didn't get Hakeem myself, but whenever I played against him, people never miss with this card. And again, maybe it's more of a me problem than anything else, but I could not find a way to get stops against him. Rebounding obviously was good. Hakeem overall was very, very good for his time in my team. I'm at number 80, Pink Diamond, Roy Hibbert, 72 3-ball, 81 speed, 85 lateral quickness, decent interior, great rebounder. And again, Roy Hibbert's a card that I got, and honestly, I don't know when he spent squad series, he was really good. Obviously, was he as good as Wemby, anything like that? No, but he was a guy you could go out and compete with. Still don't like the Brook Lopez base, but everything else, Hibbert is going to do at a decent level. At my number 79, Victor Oladipo. He's undersized. I don't like that the fact that he is 6'3". Wish he was a little bit taller. Wish his release was a little bit better. Pro dribble style, obviously not great. 96 3-ball, 95 speed, 96 lateral quickness. Really solid defensively though. And I mean, I gotta give him some credit for that because defensively, obviously, is really solid. Solid playmaking as well. Just not a card I love more so than anything because of his height, because of that slow release. At my number 78, I'm plugging in Diamond Serge Ibaka, 88 3-ball, 85 speed. Good interior, Hall of Fame, immovable enforcer, anchor, box out beast, brick wall, rebound chaser. Just a lot going on for Serge Ibaka that I personally do like. Do I wish he had hot spots from everywhere outside the arc? Absolutely. Do I wish maybe he had a quicker release? Sure. But I think Serge is a guy that you can have out there and trust on your court. At my number 77, Xavier McDaniel. There's no really blatant flaws with Xavier McDaniel. The problem I have is he can't really move that much. He's only 6'7", and he's just, I don't know, man. He's not the Xavier McDaniel of old. Like, if you go back to, like, 2K21, and you look up Xavier McDaniel, man, this card was 6'9", could do everything. He was literally a mini Giannis. This year, he's only 6'7", and I mean, you can't really even say he's a mini Giannis anymore. You can't. Like, he used to maybe be that. Now, he's just not. And it's sad because I wish I could sit there and hype him up more, but he's not what he once was. At my number 76, I gotta go to 2K24 again. Diamond D-Rob, 7'1", 7'5" wingspan, hot spots from both corners, 85 3-ball, 87 speed, 87 lateral quickness, Hall of Fame, anchor, brick wall, immovable, rebound chaser. Does some good things for you on the court. 7'1". Release, I would say, it's not bad. Straight up and down, it is maybe a little bit slow, a little bit baited, but D-Rob could go out there and compete. Was the best center in the game for his specific time. At my number 76, you got to plug in, or 75, you got to plug in Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, Pink Diamond Cat, either one you could plug in here. 94 3-ball, 87 speed, solid, so solid defensively. The problem with Cat is and always has been the release. Like 2K makes his release so bad year in and year out. I locked in for this season Rewind Cat, all to be followed up by the All-Star Cat. Basically the same card. Both cards are really solid in here at number 75. Obviously, if you have the Opal Cat, I'd run him as well. He is very, very solid, very good in my team. At my number 74, Diamond Peja. 6'10", 6'11" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 97 3-ball, 90 speed, really solid defensively. And I mean, again, I know that there's a lot of times that I say, what's there not to like? For me, I've struggled with Peja's release. And that's if there is one complaint I have for Peja, it's I personally got to figure out his release. But he's long, lengthy, can shoot the ball incredibly, defensively is solid as well. Peja really solid in my team. Coming in at number 74. At my number 73, Diamond Kwame Brown. Underrated. I mean, Kobe base, 88 speed, decent 3-ball. I mean, Kobe base on Clique? I don't know why more people didn't love this card right when he came out. I feel like when he came out, I tried to run him, I tried to love him. I just could never figure out the release. And then I play guys that were good with Kwame that would never miss with him because his release was so quick, was so tough to get a stop on. But if you got the hang of Kwame Brown, you got a really good card for his specific time. At my number 72, Andre Kirilenko. Still to this day, you can run Andre Kirilenko and have a ton of success with him. What is the downside to AK? It's simple. It's easy. It's obvious. It is the fact that he has the Haywood Highsmith base on normal timing. Normally in a pro dribble style, obviously not great either. Defensively, AK gonna be fine, gonna be solid. Obviously, you know that. That's why AK is playable. No matter whether you like his release or not, if you do not think AK is playable, you're in the wrong. Because this card can play, can compete at a really, really high level. At my number 70, where are we at? 71 here. Pink Diamond Kyle Korver. Some people love Kyle Korver more than me, and that's okay, right? We're all entitled to our opinions. For me, when I look at Kyle Korver, I look at a guy that's shooting the ball probably the best in the game. Outside of that, not great. Movement-wise, not great. Defensively, not great. But as far as a catch-and-shoot guy, as far as one guy to take into like a triple threat offline mode and have success with, Kyle Korver is probably your best option. Cracking our top 70 here, we're plugging in Diamond Ron Artest at number 70. 36,000 MT for him seems like an absolute steal. Starts with their base, Rudy base, really solid. Defensively, obviously immaculate. Again, for 36,000 MT, Ron Artest is really not bad. And I think even on my No Money Spent Squad series, I need to start looking at the Kawhi's diamonds of the world, the Ron Artest diamonds of the world, and going from there. Instead of saving up on my MT, maybe I just spend up on some type of those guys. At my number 69, Chris Bosh. Little overpriced, 181,000 MT. I would never recommend that to anybody, but a decent 3-ball, decent speed, defensively, obviously can hold it down as well. I like Chris Bosh's release. It's kind of one that splits the community. I'm decent with it, so I like it. A lot of people might struggle with it, but that's what I would try to figure out. Do you like Chris Bosh's release or not? If you like him, you're probably going to like the card as far as an overall card. If you don't like that release, you might struggle a little bit with him, which is A-okay. But find your opinion on Bosh and stick with it. For me, I like Bosh coming in here at number 69. At my number 68, Draymond Green, 6'6", 7'1" wingspan. There's some goods and there's some bads about Draymond Green. The goods, all around great defensive player, fantastic. The bads, the Draymond Green base on slow. That's really it. I mean, he has one of the worst point guard releases in the entire game, but as far as defensively, going to be one of the best point guard defensive players in the entire game. So you got to figure out what you value, what you really want at the point guard position. But Dre, as far as defensively, absolutely immaculate. At my number 67, Mr. Mayo, OJ Mayo, 6'5", 6'6" wingspan. When this card first came out, I didn't gas him a ton because I do think the MJ upper is a little slow. Still has MJ dribble style. JR base is really not bad, and defensively, you can at least hold it down. Maybe it's me gassing this card, but I think he's at least, at minimum, a fun point guard to use, right? Even compared to Draymond Green. OJ Mayo is going to be a lot more of a fun card to use. At number 66, Pink Diamond Michael Jordan. Now, when this card came out, I was super high on him. And I still like Michael Jordan. It just comes down to that release is a little bit slow. And I even know people who struggle with the 100 overall MJ because of his release. Just know this release is only on normal. Outside of that, basically an invincible, basically a perfect card. MJ at number 66. At number 65, we're plugging in the Pink Diamond Magic Johnson. And I know I'm on record for saying I hate Magic Johnson. And I do not like Magic Johnson. I repeat, I'm not a big Magic Johnson fan. But look, he is a 6'9" point guard that can somewhat compete defensively. And offensively, look, he is a liability. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat things. Offensively, he is very, very, very bad. But at least he's a 6'9" point guard that can play some defense. It was free. At this stage, guys, I mean, we have a lot of gambling going on. And at least you didn't have to gamble to get Magic Johnson. He's coming in at number 65. Probably like number 15 on the point guard rankings. I think that's pretty accurate. At my number 64, Pink Diamond Kevin Durant, 6'10", 7'4" wingspan. And no, I mean, I don't think this card's perfect. I don't think, his release on normal timing is great. As you guys can see here, normal dribble style is not great either. But he is still 6'10", at the 3, with Hall of Fame claims. Going to be solid defensively, offensively, going to be able to knock down shots for you. I mean, I'm not saying the card's perfect, but I think 64 is an appropriate spot for him. Again, not perfect, not going to be one of my top small forwards in the game, but if you got KD, you can still run him to today's game. At my number 63, Pink Diamond Danny Green. Now, I got him on my No Money Spent Squad series. Still have yet to use him. How did I get him? Well, I grinded that free iconic deluxe pack, and he popped out. And look, am I that looking forward to him? No, he's fine. Hot spots where we're outside the 3-point line. Release-wise, probably fine. Does have the D-Book dribble style, but the problem is his playmaking is it's not bad. It's just mid. Very mediocre. I don't know. Maybe Danny Green will be a pleasant surprise to me, but I'm not super optimistic about it. Danny Green coming in here at number 63. At 62, the glove Gary Payton. Defense, you're going to start seeing a lot of defensive point guards. You are. And yes, I have Gary Payton above Magic Johnson. So if you want to say, well, Ty, you hate Magic Johnson, why do you even make your list? Well, look, I put in Gary Payton, a diamond who came out what? When did Gary Payton came out? He came out on January 19th, nearly 2 months ago, over Magic. So don't sit there and gas him. Gary's fine, though. Release-wise, not great. Does have the D-Book dribble style. Yes, he's going to play great defense. But again, do think there are way better point guards in my team. At my number 61, Pink Diamond, Jaylen Brown. Either Pink Diamond, I don't really care. This newer Pink Diamond, All-Star Pink Diamond, obviously is going to be your better option. Now, yes, is the Galaxy Opal Jaylen Brown better than the Pink Diamond Jaylen Brown? Yes, I'm not, I'm not gonna, disagree with that. This JB gonna be fine. Bronze dribble style, JB base on normal. Obviously gets better with the Opal, but this JB can still go out there, especially compete on that defensive end of the court. At my number 60, Pink Diamond, Sean Elliott. Nice part about Sean Elliott, he does have shooting guard eligibility. Did I grind for him? No, it's okay. 95 3-ball, 90 speed. Solid defense. Do wish his defensive stats were maybe a little bit better. He's a 3-and-D guy in my team. That's what he's going to give you. Basic dribble style definitely holds Sean Elliott back. At my number 59, Pink Diamond, Jaren Jackson Jr. I know some people were pretty upset he wasn't on like my top 10, what was it, power forward list? Or top 10 free cards I think he didn't quite make. But I just like some cards more than Jaren. And I'm not saying Jaren's horrible, but his low release point bugs me a little bit. He has the Joel Embiid dribble style, which, I mean, simply put, is just, it's not, unusable. It's just, you're not going to dribble with him. So, I mean, cards with Joel Embiid dribble style aren't unusable, but movement-wise, it's basically a lost cause. He's there for his defense, is Jaren Jackson Jr. at number 59. At my number 58, this one might surprise a lot of people, Diamond Paolo Banchero. Now, yes, the Pink Diamond's still going to obviously come later on in this video, but I've got to show some respect to Diamond Banchero, who I think is really solid, who a lot of people probably got for free. Defensively, really solid. Offensively, going to knock down shots. If you're still running Diamond Banchero, you are absolutely A-okay in my team. At my number 57, Pink Diamond Dean Wade, 94 3-ball, 90 speed. Does come with the 90 driving dunk. Again, defensively, not perfect. I actually do know Dean Wade grades out really well defensively in real life, but defensively in 2K, not perfect. Does have some really solid badges for you guys. Dean Wade base on Quick also is going to be really solid. Look, I'm not one to grind a lot of domination, but if you do grind domination to get free Pink Diamond Dean Wade, you've got a really solid card. At my number 56, Pink Diamond Joel Embiid. Moments Joel could have got this card for absolutely free, really easy. 93 ball, 88 speed, really solid lateral quickness. This card, for what he was, a free card, was so good. Because he was, what, a 10-minute grind for a free Pink Diamond Joel Embiid? I miss the days of Joel Embiid cards like this. This is when we had it good in my team. Coming in at my number 55, Amethyst Leonard Miller, 6'10", 7'2", wingspan, good 3-ball, solid defense. Just such an all-around solid player in my team. Not going to necessarily blow anybody away with what he does, but he knocks down shots, plays good defense. Rui base is really solid as well. Leonard Miller, overall, a solid card at my number 55. At my number 54, Diamond Dante DiVincenzo. Yes, one step ahead of the glove, Gary Payton. Just think he's a little more complete. Now, shout out to the season Dante DiVincenzo has had this year. He's been really, really, really good. But defensively in 2K in my team is really where what he is known for ultimately. Coming in here at number 54. At my number 53, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Pink Diamond Tracy McGrady is one of the most underrated cards in the entire game. And you guys might be like, really? That's kind of random. He's 6'8", 7'2", wingspan, basically perfect stat-wise, badge-wise really good. Get his release isn't the quickest, but it's kind of tough to contest because of that high release point. 154,000 MT. Yes, I'll admit it. I will never pay that much. But if you got T-Mac for free, you can absolutely still run the card. At my number 52, Diamond Markel Fultz, 6'4", 6'10" wingspan. Gives you a little more offense than some of these defensive point guards we've been talking about, but obviously defensively not quite as good. Fultz based on normal is fine. D-Book dribble style is really solid. He's just another one of these diamond point guards that can go out there and compete. Obviously, again, defensively, guys like Gary Payton, guys like Dante DiVincenzo are going to be better. Offensively, Fultz is going to be better than both of those cards. At my number 51, Galaxy Opal, Kevin Love, 96 3 ball, 86 speed. Defensively is okay. Now I know stat badge wise, this card looks really good. But we've got to remember he is 6'8" at the power forward position. In a game in which height is of the utmost importance, that's what holds Kevin back. Probably more than nearly anything else. I don't hate K-Love. If you got this card, you can absolutely play K-Love based on very quick MJ dribble style Pro 2 leaner. Does a lot for you. But again, I just wish he was a little bit taller. Cracking our top 50, Diamond Amen Thompson. Defense is the name of the game for Amen Thompson. Long, lengthy, 6'7". Release-wise, I don't want to sit here and hate on it too much because it's not as bad as like a Draymond Green's. Definitely not my favorite release in the game. Obviously, if you give him a star, going to make him quite a bit better. But even without the duo, Amen Thompson can definitely get the job done in my team. At my number 49, Galaxy Opal Manu Ginobili, 94 3-ball, 96 speed. Decent lateral quickness as well. Manu's the type of card at the shooting guard position that if you get in triple threat offline, you need 100 triple threat offline wins. He can absolutely hold it down at the shooting guard position, but you can't expect him to go out there and be like a Kobe Bryant type of level. Pink Diamond Kobe. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to work. 6'6", has Gary Trent base on very quick Kobe dribble style, Pro 2 leaner. Has some things going for him. And again, I'm not sitting here just to hate on Manu, but do think there are some better overall options throughout our list. At my number 48, Pink Diamond Clay. You guys might disagree with me on this, and I might be wrong on this. You guys can let me know in the comments. But I think Clay, and with his defense, I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased for Klay Thompson. Yes, Manu might be better. Again, it's going to be one of those things. It's kind of a trial and error process. Until I get Manu, can't really say. But I've used Clay and had quite a bit of success with him. At my number 47, Diamond Jrue Holiday. I'll gas this card until I can't gas him anymore. I mean, it's really that simple for Jrue. If anybody wants to hate on Jrue Holiday, tell him to come to me. I'll vouch for Jrue until the end of time. I love this card. Always have, always will. And Jrue Holiday, I trust. At my number 46, Pink Diamond Scotty Barnes, 6'8", 7'2" wingspan, outspots from both corners, 93 ball, 93 speed, 93 lateral quickness. There's really no downsides for Scotty Barnes. Has every defensive badge in the entire game. Only thing I wish is that his release was a little bit quicker. It's not the worst, but if he had a little bit quicker release, I think a lot more people would be open to the idea of running Scotty Barnes in my team. At my number 45, this one might surprise some people. Jusuf Nurkic, 7 feet tall, 7'2" wingspan, 87 3-ball, 86 speed, really solid defensively. I mean, when I'm looking at Jusuf Nurkic, I'm looking at a card that can do a lot of things at a really high level. I still don't love his release. I've used it in play now. Obviously, still not my favorite, but as a wide player model, should be able to get you quite a few stops on that defensive end of the court. And again, when we're talking about the top 100 cards, I think Jusuf Nurkic is definitely in that top 50. At my number 44, another card from the domination, Denny Avdija, 93 ball, 86 speed, solid defender. And a lot of people are like probably wondering, Ty, how good really is Denny? He looks solid, 6'9" at the point guard position, depending on that release, depending on that dribble style. My whole thing is he's 6'9" at point guard. That's what you need to know. As long as his release isn't bad, as long as he should be able to get the job done, hot spots from everywhere, I think he for sure has what it takes to maybe even be like a top 7-ish point guard in the entire game. At my number 43, Galaxy Opal Zion Williamson, a pro pass reward. Can buy him directly for $10 twice. Obviously not behind the gambling thing with 2K. 89 3-ball, 97 speed, 94 lateral quickness. Really solid defensively. Zion based on very quick. It's fine. Trey Leaner obviously okay. D-Book dribble style. Problem I have with Zion is I just wish he was a little bit taller. And it's kind of the same thing of Kevin Love. Like both these cards look so talented. Releases on very quick. Defensively look solid. Offensively look very good. But again, they're just undersized for their respective positions, which does hold the cards back that little bit. Am I saying the cards are useless? No, I think you can definitely run both those cards and have some success with them, but I definitely think it does limit their ceiling. At my number 42, we're plugging in Pink Diamond Michael Cooper, 93 ball, 93 speed, really solid defensively. There's just nothing really to say bad about Michael Cooper. does have the Jalen Brunson base on normal. Alec Burks, I feel like might be a little bit troll. Basic dribble style obviously is troll, but if you're looking at a 3-and-D guy in my team, I mean, Michael Cooper can do that at a really solid level. I mean, badge-wise good, release-wise solid, defensively obviously immaculate with the 6'7" player build. Michael Cooper can play in my team. At my number 41, Luka Doncic Evo card. Now, yes, obviously the Galaxy Opal Luka is going to be better. The other Pink Diamond Luka, not as good. I think that should be obvious for you guys here. 6'7", 6'11" wingspan, hot spots for everywhere. I like Luka. Now, why do I like Luka? I like him more so because of his defense than anything else. I mean, defensively, I think he's really solid. 6'7", gonna give you a good frame. Now, is Denny better than Luka? That's a conversation that can be had if you have Denny and really like the card. Again, I've not used Denny in my team, so it's really hard for me to have that conversation. At my number 40, Amethyst Peyton Watson. Yes, I'll gas Peyton Watson as much, if not more than anybody else in my team, just based on my experience. Peyton Watson based on quick, MJ dribble style, normal leaner. Obviously, those things are things I definitely like and use. His release, his defense are the main two things that I really like about Mr. Peyton Watson. At my number 39, Pink Diamond Thurl Bailey, 6'11", 7-foot wingspan, hot spots from both corners. 85 3-ball, 90 speed, 90 interior, 90 perimeter, good defense. I don't necessarily love his release. It's fine. I don't necessarily love it, and that's the one thing that I might hold Thurl Bailey back is I just got to figure out that release a little bit more, but does fit that switch on meta, can run the 3 or the 4. Thurl Bailey really solid in my team. I'm at number 38, Willis Reed Diamond, 83 3-ball, 89 speed, solid defensively. The best part about Willis Reed is his release. I mean, bar none, that is the best part about this Willis Reed card. The card that I personally like the most, the part that I think allows me to have more success with Thurl Bailey or with Willis Reed than a lot of the other bigs in my team. But still, he's going to play good defense. He is a little undersized, especially playing at the center position, but I do like what Willis Reed provides in my team. At my number 37, Andre Blatch, 89 3-ball, 87 speed, defensively really solid. To me, this is your mini Giannis. I feel like a lot of years we do have a mini Giannis. That's Andre Blatch. Player build, fantastic. Release, not great. I mean, again, very similar to a guy like a Giannis. I think he's slightly better than a guy like Thurl Bailey, who you could also compare him to. Blatch coming in at number 37. At my number 36, another kind of the same type of player. Jonathan Isaac, Thurl Bailey, Andre Blatch. Throw them all into one. Who do you like the most? I feel like Isaac probably is the best overall defender out of all of them. Maybe the worst offensive player. But he is 6'10", good frame. And even his release is just fine. Like, Jonathan Isaac has the same release he's had for years. Straight up and down, easy to time, easy green. Jonathan Isaac at number 36. At my number 35, Pink Diamond Jabari Smith Jr. For him, starts and ends with that release. Jabari Smith Jr. based on quick, normal, leaner. That's why he's good. 6'11", obviously power forward. Defensively does come with Hall of Fame rebound chaser, which obviously is important. It's definitely going to help him out. No movable enforcer hurts him. Shooting badges are really solid, but Jabari, that's his best thing. Going to be catch and shoot for Jabari Smith Jr. At my number 34, Galaxy Opal Chris Middleton. Now, as times went on, I've kind of gotten lower and lower on Chris. And I don't know why. I think a lot of it has to do with, number one, I'm not good with his tray leaner. Number two, I feel like there's just other guards that have kind of surpassed him on my rankings. I don't know. Number three, whenever I play against Chris Middleton, I feel like people stink. So that's where I'm at with Middleton. I do think the card's potential is definitely there. A really solid overall reward. I just don't know if he's like that top shooting guard in the game like I once thought he was. I'm at number 33, Pink Diamond Bam Adebayo, 85 3-ball, 92 speed, defensively really solid. Hall of Fame defensive badges galore. The thing about Bam is he's just a little undersized. Think about, I say Bam's undersized and he's 6'9" with a 7'2" wingspan. Yes, I think Kevin Love is way undersized. That's why Bam is in here at number 33. At my number 32, Karl Malone. I'll always gas Karl Malone because I think this card is absolutely fantastic. For Karl Malone, it all starts and ends with his release. The Karl Malone base is really solid, but he's basically a perfect card. Defensively, so solid. Again, release-wise, solid. Movement-wise, okay. Karl Malone, a guy that I've had a lot of success with in 2K. At my number 31, Diamond Penny Hardaway. And this might shock some people that he is so high, but he is still, in my opinion, one of the most complete point guards in the entire game. 89 3-ball, 93 speed, solid lateral quickness. Play-wise, perfect defensively, really solid. Comes with a base, 64 badges? That's tough to beat. Sure, the new Penny Hardaway obviously is better, but he's behind gambling, so I'm not even going to acknowledge that. At my number 30, Michael Porter Jr., 6'10", 7-foot wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. Michael Porter Jr. in the catch and shoot situation is tough to beat. There's not going to be many better catch and shoot guys in the entire game than Michael Porter Jr. Shooting badges, very good. Hall of Fame limitless range, Hall of Fame rebound chaser. Obviously, good speed, decent lateral quickness. MPJ can get the job done in my team. At my number 29, I guess I had 2 Jabari, so we're going to skip over Jabari at number 29 and head right into number 28, because again, happens. When I'm ranking 100 cards, sometimes I'm going to include a card twice. Chet, 89 3-ball, 87 speed, 87 lateral quickness, decent standing dunk, driving dunk. Chet is still going to be Chet in my team. And I feel like a lot of people overlook Chet now just because we got a lot of new guys. But if you're still running Chet, I want you to know you're fine. He's 7'1", can go out there and compete with literally anybody on the court. And don't feel like you got to replace him. I know he's a free card. I know at this stage he might be getting quote-unquote boring for you. He's still a card that can go out there and compete at a very, very high level. At my number 27, Pink Diamond Anthony Davis. 92 3-ball, 90 speed. So good defensively. If Anthony Davis had his base on quick or very quick, he'd probably be top 10 on this list. He probably would be, because that's the only thing I don't like about Anthony Davis is I just still think that release is just a little bit slow. At my number 26, Pink Diamond Paolo Banchero. Similar to AD in this. I just wish his release was on quick or very quick. If it was, probably be higher on the card, but this Banchero is so elite. Just a better version of the Diamond, who I have already ranked. 67 base badges. It's tough to get more complete than Pink Diamond Paolo Banchero. At my number 25, Big Wang, 7'1", 7'5" wingspan. Now, when I did a gameplay of Wang, I said he was the best center in the game. Was that wrong? Probably. But as far as his catch and shoot release, doesn't get better. As far as his player build, doesn't get much better. This card is so good, especially if you are just starting my team. This card is literally training wheels. Definitely a card that, yes, I overhype, but man, he is so, so good. At my number 24, Diamond LeBron James. I do not care. This card is still so good. And I know with the new Galaxy Opal in the, obviously the domination, right? A lot of people are like, man, I need him. No, this Diamond Braun is 90% of what the new Galaxy Opal Braun is. So don't feel like you've got to grind all of that domination for a slightly upgraded LeBron James. At my number 23, we're plugging in Yalen, 94 3-ball, 85 speed, 85 lateral quickness. Just wish defensively his stats were a little bit better. And is that too much to ask for? Maybe, but that's where I'm at with Yalen. Catch, shoot, release, really solid. 94 3-ball, obviously can't complain about that. Just wish he was a little bit better defensively. At my number 22, Pink Diamond Scottie Pippen, 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, 92 3-ball, 95 speed, basically perfect defense, great release. Maybe wish his offense was a little bit better, but man, that release carries him, especially with that pro to leaner. At my number 21, Pink Diamond Adam Morrison. I still think this card, because of, number one, his snatchback animation is very good. Number two, release is straight up and down, super easy to time, easy to green. Number three, he's got the tray leaner. Offensively, it's tough to beat what Adam Morrison brings to the table. Defensively, I actually think the card's decent. Like, perfect, no, but he is decent enough to run in my team. At my number 20, we're plugging in Pink Diamond Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes, the Pink Diamond here. 95 speed, 90 lateral quickness. Sure, the 3-ball is not great, but if you give him the appropriate badges as well as a 3-point shoe, still should be able to knock down shots with him. Giannis is going to be Giannis. And until Giannis is not Giannis, I will always love Giannis cards in my team. At my number 19, Galaxy Opal Sidney Moncrief. 83 ball, 97 speed, 99 lateral quickness. To me, he's like a better version of Drew Holiday. Now, I know he's not quite as tall, but that's the way I think of him. That combined with a very good release, Kyrie dribble style. I just like the overall, what Sidney Moncrief can provide for us. Yes, only 6'4". Wish he was a little bit taller, but man, that card can compete at the highest level. At my number 18, a card I'm higher on than a lot of people, Pink Diamond Julius Erving. I see a lot of people who don't rank this card very high, and I'm just kind of wondering why. Good dribble style, 6'7", plays good defense, has a great release. Like, I'm just confused why more people don't like Dr. J. Look, if I didn't have Pink Diamond Kobe, I probably still would be playing Dr. J to this day. At my number 17, Pink Diamond Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi is going to be Kawhi. You know what you're getting out of the card. I personally like him more at small forward compared to shooting guard. That's just kind of me, and I like my shooting guards to move a little bit better. Kawhi's defense is fantastic. Release, super green. Should never miss with Kawhi Leonard in my team. At my number 16, Pink Diamond Tyson Chandler, 76 3-ball, 91 speed. Defensively, Tyson Chandler is one of the top 3 or 4 cards in the entire game. And I think that's a pretty fair statement. Like, I've used a lot of different cards this year, especially defensively. And I go as far as saying, like, I like Tyson Chandler right up there with the rest. Combine that with a Marcus Morris release, which is actually really good. I'm excited for the moment we get a new Tyson Chandler. He will be so dominant in my team. At my number 15, Galaxy Opal Danny Granger. I probably won't get this card just because, I mean, you have to grind out a ton of domination, and I'm not really in the mood to have to do all that. 92 speed, 93 lateral quickness, good 3-ball, decent driving, and speedball ball handle is fine as well. My thing for Danny Granger is this. He's got the Haywood Highsmith base on very quick, debug dribble style, normal leaner. That's the main thing for me is I think offensively his potential is definitely there. I want to kind of see what that Haywood Highsmith base is like on very quick. Not only for him, but like what's the potential of Andre Kirilenko look like as well. At my number 14, Pink Diamond Oscar Robertson, 6'5", 6'8" wingspan. Now, before all of the new gambling stuff came out, Oscar was one of the most complete point guards, probably the most complete point guard in the entire game. The Oscar based on normal was actually okay, normally in a pro dribble style. He was, again, one of the most complete point guards in the game. It's just sad he got surpassed by all these guys so quickly in my team. At my number 13, Galaxy Opal LeBron James. This one that you can grind out for free, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. I know a lot of people are mad that he got the Bron base on normal timing, and I'm kind of mad too. That is a little bit annoying, but the bigger deal here is he comes with Immovable Enforcer. Comes with basically every badge you could ask him to come with. Obviously, Bron base on normal. You could ask for more, and I think, you know, I want more too, but Pro 2 leaner's nice. Bron dribble style is A-okay. He is still one of the best small forwards in the entire game. Simple, easy, effective. At my number 12, Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. It's just hard. How does Bron compare to Michael Beasley? Bees has the T-man base on quick. It's so tough with the Kobe dribble style to say he's not better than LeBron James. It's tough. Now, obviously, Bron's player build's better. Bron defensively is probably better. But, I mean, I've got Michael Beasley, and I love this card. So it's tough for me not to sit there and hype up Bees in my team. At my number 11, Alperen Sengun. Now, this is like the card that's hidden within the Bron grind. You get a Sengun card at the power forward position with Hotspots River that's 6'11", 7'2" wingspan. Perfect badge-wise. Sengun based on very quick, normal leaner Kobe dribble style. I mean, come on, man. What are we really talking about here? Is it the Bron grind or is it the Sengun grind? To me, it should be the Sengun grind in my team. At my number 10, Franz Wagner, 6'10", 7'1" wingspan. You give him a few of these playmaking badges that he might, not even playmaking badges, I mean, you give him a few defense badges. Challenger, brick wall, that's really all he needs. I mean, playmaker-wise, sure, if you have any Hall of Famers to give him, I definitely give him to him. But this card, so good in my team. 94 3-ball, 92 speed, 93 lateral quickness, 6'10" at the 2, debug dribble style. I mean, what more can you ask for? At my number 9, Pink Diamond Paul George. And this is just my bias. Right now, I'm running Paul George over Franz Wagner, so it's hard for me to hype up Franz more. Paul George is just better defensively than Franz. It's really that simple, that easy. PG, one of the best on-ball lockdown defenders in the entire game. At my number 8, Pink Diamond Kristaps Porzingis, 95 3-ball, 80 speed, 86 lateral quickness. Shooting badge is really solid. Hall of Fame box out beast post lockdown. To me, it's his offense. It's going to carry the load for KP. Offensively, one of the best bigs, if not the best big, in the entire game. At my number 7, Galaxy Opal Big Game James, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. Hotspots from both corners, as well as the right and left slot. For me, when I'm looking at James Worthy here, it's a guy at 6'9", can play a lot of defense, offensively not going to be a liability. Is he going to be a primary ball handler offensively? Probably not, but he's going to be a guy you can go out there and trust. Defensive badges, absolutely elite. Again, 3-ball fine, John Wall base on quick. I don't necessarily love the Al Horford upper, but I'm telling you, Big Game James, solid enough to run and have a lot of success within my team. At my number 6, Victor Wembanyama, 7'4", 8-foot wingspan, hotspots from everywhere on the court. Now, the base Webby doesn't even look that good, but remember, he's 7'4", can get a lot of badges as well as upgrade, you know, the speed, the 3-ball a little bit. Wemby is Wemby in my team. Still, in my opinion, the best center, probably in the entire game. At my number 5, Pink Diamond Devin Booker, 6'5", 6'6" wingspan. This is one of the cards I'm talking about. When I'm looking at different point guards in my team, it's tough for me to talk about, you know, let's say a guy, I'm just going to throw out a guy, like a Oscar, right? It's tough for Oscar because D-Book just does so much more as his base on quick, has the D-Book dribble style. It's tough for me to hype up Oscar when a guy like Devin Booker is in my team. At my number 4, Pink Diamond Kobe Bryant, still in my opinion the best maybe shooting guard in the entire game. Nah, not even in my opinion. He is the best shooting guard in the entire game. I'm not afraid to say it. Hall of Fame clamps, glove, right stick, ripper, agent 3, blinders, catch, shoot, deadeye, limitless range. Just does so much for you on the court, and again, can get any badge in the entire game. At my number 3, Galaxy Opal MosBallin, your ultimate reward in my team for this season. Defensively fantastic, comes with the Karl Malone base on quick Kobe dribble style. I cannot wait to get MosBallin, add him to my squad, and absolutely hoop with him. At my number 2, doesn't matter which Harden. One has the Harden base on very quick, one has the Harden base on quick. I do not care. They're both at the same spot for me. Obviously, I'll have the Pro Pass Harden on my main account. Can get any badge in the game. You give him Anchor. You give him, obviously, Brick Wall, Chase Down Artist. Obviously, maybe you add some more to him, like Rise Up. This card is so good. MJ dribble style, has the Harden snatch. Harden base on very quick. In my opinion, the second best card in the entire game. At my number 1, right now, our best card in the entire game that's not behind gambling, Galaxy Opal Austin Reeves. The grind for him was way too long. It was long, but you got the best card in the game, so maybe it really wasn't too bad. Defensively, I think he actually competes with the best of them. Offensively, obviously, so good. Austin Reeves base on very quick, D-Book dribble style, Pro 2 leaner. When I've used this card in Unlimited so far, it's been undeniable. He's been the best card in the entire game. That's gonna wrap it up for our top 100 cards in the entire game right now. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.